Well, hello. Welcome. Say hi if you're joining me. It's Kyra here from Thermomix, and we're here for another Friday night Facebook Live. I thought there was something on my wall, but it's something on my screen. How funny is that? Anyway, thanks for joining us. Say hi if you're on. And if you're watching in replay, please put hashtag replay or hashtag late to the party. I know it's really hot today, so we've decided we want something really light tonight for dinner. So I thought this was a great opportunity for me to make a new salad from the new Kata collection called the Japanese crab salad, or I'm not even sure how to pronounce that, but it's Kani salad maybe? I don't know. Who knows? If you know the correct pronunciation, please pop it in the comments. I would really appreciate your help. Hi Amy, lovely to see you on here. So let's start cooking. So I'm going to just skip through this first bit. It's telling me to weigh my carrots, which I have already done. Got them ready to go. Got the carrots, got the cucumber, and have popped that aside. So what we're going to do now is going to insert our cutter. All right. So, firstly I've got to put in the shaft. Now, try not to drop it or chop it up in your Thermomix like some people are doing. With this, we're just popping it straight over the blade. Hi Emma, nice to see you on here. So we're popping the shaft on. And then, for lack of a better word to call it, I call this my bucket. So I'm going to pop my bucket in the bowl in there, or on here it's calling it the basket. There you go. So then we've got two sides to our blade, and it's asking us to put the slicing side up, which is number 1. So it's slate for slicing, grey for grating. So we're going to put it this side up, so it's going to slice. And now I'm going to pop that on like so. Just that easy, seriously. All right, so we've got that in, and now we're going to insert the cucumbers. So I've just cut these in half. We're going to pop them in like so, and we're going to feed them down. So I'm going to use my pusher downer just to give a gentle little push. I'm going to pop the rest in. Give me a second. Just give it a bit of gentle push. Okay. Next. You probably want to see what it looks like. Would that be right? Let's have a look, shall we? Look at all that cucumber. Yum. All right. So that's done. Now, we'll press next, and it's telling me to pop that aside. So, got my nice little dish here, and I'm just going to take that out, and we'll just get all of that yummy cucumber. It's quite a bit there, isn't it? Yum. All right. Beauty. All right, so I'm putting that back in. Gee, I like to make a bit of a mess, don't I? And we're going to turn the blade upside down, because now we have the grey side up, and it is going to grate our carrots. So there's all our cucumber. And now we're going to place our carrots inside the part in here. Will that fit that way? Maybe that way. All right. So we'll pop that in. So now we're going to transfer the grated carrots on. Oh, look at that. Looks so good. Let me just empty the bit of carrot out of that what that looks like. So look at that. Pop all that in. How good would that be for salads, for sandwiches, for rice paper rolls, all that sort of stuff? Perfect. Yummy. All right, so we're removing the shaft now. That is super important. When you get your cutter, for those of you, do not forget to take your shaft out. I was talking to service today and they said they're getting an awful lot of people that are chopping these up and they don't have a lot of stock of them. So it's super, super important that you remember to take that part out. Okay, so I'll just set that aside. I absolutely love my cutter, just saying. So now we're going to pop in some seafood extender. Now, if you're not a fan of seafood extender, I can't see why you couldn't just use some steamed salmon or steamed chicken or other steamed fish. I think that would be perfectly okay and still yummy and delicious. So I would definitely give that a go if that's not if you're not really into seafood extender. I just thought I'm just going to make it as the recipe says tonight. So I've got that there. We're just going to chop all that up a little bit. I would still be grating this if I had to use an old-fashioned grater. I'm so excited. Alright, so there's all of our seafood extended. It's all been chopped up and it's asked me to pop that in with all of the carrots and the cucumber. Alrighty. Alright, place the large bowl onto the mixing bowl and pop in 150 grams, okay, of drained kernel. So, I'm just going to pop that container up I was using before, hit my scales because, you know, don't want to, it's pretty much the whole can. I'm not going to leave, like, it's an extra 80 grams, but I'm not going to leave the extra bit because I'm not going to use them. Hey Gracie, how are you, lovely? You will recognise what I'm making now. So I'm just going to pop them in there. Beauty. And now it's asking me just to stir all this in. Grace, what do you reckon? You reckon people are going to like this dish? Grace has actually made this dish. We made it together a little while, about a week ago. So thought I'd give it another go, Grace. Okay. So it's going to take a little bit to stir all that through. But that's pretty much your salad. And now all we're going to do is make the incredible dressing that goes with it. So if I was actually going to serve this to my, you know, friends and family at a later date, and I was preparing this in advance, I would probably leave the dressing and not put it on until just before I served it. Well, there's a big chunk of carrot, but I'll just pull that out. It actually just really feels like summer, this salad. So tell me if this is something that you think that you might like to try. And I want to know, would you put, what have we got on here? I'm back. Just had to Google what seafood is. Oh, yes. It's like fake crab meat. The recipe actually calls it something else. I will tell you what it calls it. Recipe detail. It calls it, when you go to buy it, it's actually in the frozen section in Woolies or Coles. And they call it, and it's S-U-R-I-M-I. S-U-R-I-M-I stick. So I actually thought it was seafood extender or crab sticks growing up, but you can't seem to buy like that anymore. It's this is in the frozen section, and I just chopped off 200 grams of it, of the kilo bag of it, and just let that 200 grams defrost, and I pop the rest in the freezer and we'll use it for something else. So that's what it is. So how cool is that? All right, so now let's go back to making our salad. All right, so it says just a piece of lemon. So, you know, I don't mind a little bit of lemon. So I'm going to pop in 2 pieces into my bowl and pop the lid on. I'm going to chop that up. A couple of times on turbo. Alright, and now we're going to pop in some mayonnaise. So I made some more cooked mayonnaise this afternoon to use. This is some of the leftovers from my last batch, but I knew it wouldn't be enough, so I made some more. And it doesn't take long. If you really want to know how to make mayonnaise, check out, just search in the Google, search in my page. I've made mayonnaise not that long ago, and you'll be able to see my tips and tricks. Or just reach out to me. I'd love to be able to help you, so don't be shy. Just send me a message and I'll look after you. Promise. All right, so we pop that in there. I've got some toasted sesame seeds that I toasted earlier. We're going to pop in some tamari or soy sauce. So I'm going to pop that in. Whoops. Kind of went a little bit over the top with the tamari, so I might need to put in a little extra mirin. Yeah. And we've got some squeezed lemon juice, so we will pop that in as well. And I'm just going to put all of that in, bar that one seed I can see, because I went a little bit over the top with all the others. And we're going to pop the lid on. And I may need to taste that to make sure it's okay, because I did have a little bit of a lose with putting too much of the soy in, so it might be a bit salty, so I'm just going to check it. Not bad, not bad. And the sesame seeds give it a really lovely nutty texture as well. Really, really yum. So if you're going to give this a go, please let me know. Hi Kelly, nice to see you on here. But yeah, how easy is that? And how quick was it with the cutter? If you want to know a little bit more about the cutter, you've still got time to host a demonstration. Let me know if you're interested, and I can organise that for you either virtually or in person. I do have limited dates, but honestly, give it a go. See if I can teach you some more hints and tips and tricks. I'd love to do that. So yeah, if you know anybody that's interested in purchasing a Thermomix or would love to join the company as a Thermomix consultant, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. We're going to have some yummy seafood, well, Japanese crab salad tonight, and I hope you all have a fabulous evening, and I will see you again next Friday. Happy Thermomixing, everyone. Bye for now. Mwah.